welcome back to State of the Nation. Captain Aliu Umar retired is still with us via telephone, as well as Tunbosun Abolarinwa is a security expert. Both of them, as a matter of fact, he is in our Abuja studios. Let me get back to you in Abuja. Now, what the governor of Sokoto State is saying that basically he is saying that what we need right now is to overhaul the security architecture in the country to try to effectively stop the killings. And he says that he will support security agencies to check this menace. But the big question is that for many, this is really vague. But how much can the governor do? And what would you say his interpretation is to that word? We need to restructure the security architecture of this country. What will that mean to you?
Well, if governor of Sokoto State is not a security expert, and I don't know, maybe he is, or maybe he has been taking some course in security, but I know what every politician is trying to say at the moment. And everybody seems to be pointing towards the idea of state policing. That is my interpretation of what he's saying. And if I want to interpret it in my own way as well, I would want to say that the governor may be trying to preach that the gap between the police and the community needs to come a little bit more closer, because the police are everywhere. They are the most widely represented security organization in Nigeria. But looking at the vast nature of Nigeria, topography and geography, you will realize that the distance between some villages where these people, the weak point, the sensitive point, where these people we refer to as bandits in quotes, are attacking, are places that the police or security covering is not that okay. So if they want to put up a a kind of workshop, a kind of program that is going to extend security services into remote places, it would be a brilliant idea. And there is a lot of other ideas that we are suggesting to the government, which we are hoping that they will bring us to a table, which we cannot say on here, so that the wrong people will not hear it and use it against the people. So we are open to communication. We've made some submission which nobody has looked at, and we are using this media also to appeal to the government to look at the local content and let the security agencies come down a little from their high horses and listen to the local content in a bid to solve this problem.
Just as Captain Aliu Umar also said that he's also been working on some documents and has made researches and has submitted for consideration, but that hasn't come through now. But let's get back to him. Now, Captain Aliu, before the Sokoto incident, when the Plateau State killings happened, there has been repeated calls by watchers and security experts such as yourself. Even the Senate President, Dr. Bukola Saraki, at some point said that there is a need to overhaul the security apparatus, and if the security chiefs are not up to the task, then we must field in people who can do the job more effectively. What difference lies between retaining the chiefs and replacing them?
There is a world of difference. The best way you can understand the position is to first and foremost look at security itself at whichever level, national or individual, as a product. If you are not getting what I want to call user satisfaction for the product you are profiling, then as a producer or an investor in that brand, you have to go back to the drawing board. Going back to the drawing board means you're either going to make some strategic changes, as in your board members, or you are going to make some executive changes, as in what I want to call your executive officers, or you may even want to make some operational changes, as in the production lines and whatever you are using to bring about the product, service, which you profile. Now, when we talk about restructuring, what I have seen is a lot of people tend to get a bit jittery. A lot of people tend to think restructuring is going to bring about, getting people out of jobs. Well, in a way, yes, and in a way, no. Restructuring simply means if you have what we want, you are game. If you don't have what we want, sorry. It's nothing personal. It's absolutely nothing personal. This idea of having people stay in offices for which the people they serve are not getting those results they require is not going to help Mr. President. I have said severally that a president can only be as good as his cabinet, and even the service chiefs can only be as good as their troop commanders, and the troop commanders can only be as good as the soldiers, and the soldiers can only be as good as their weapons. It continues down the line. So this issue of budget restructuring, or whatever terminology they want to use, is simply put in one way: we want results. If you have to restructure to get results, so be it. If you think you can continue with the status quo to bring results, so do it. But results, because if you look at the cost of security, and then you look at the cost of insecurity, you begin to see that what is being spent, what is being invested, the results we are getting is really not encouraging. It's dismal.
Now, this is what the governor. Let me just come in again, if you've just pardon me to butt in. The president very recently in Ekiti said that he blamed politicians, saying that they are blackmailing him, saying because he is from the Fulani extraction, he's been looking the other way concerning the farmer herders clashes that have been that have made the rounds and perpetrating a lot of violence and killings, especially in the central part of the country. What do you think of Mr. President's statement?
That sounds more like an excuse to me, in more honesty, Dimba. I'll tell you why. Having said it sounds more like an excuse to me, it will be fair for me to say, what will I do if I was president? The president is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. No other politician is. The president can do with his armed forces what no other politician can do. And if the president draws that line in moments like this, I promise you no politician there crosses it. I'm talking as if I were president. You come kill Nigerians, I draw a line, and you tell me politically I'm wrong, then I'll consider you one of the sponsors of those who kill Nigeria. And I promise you, I defend such politicians with the might of 170 million people.
Let me get your final words. Let me get your final words to this very critical question. Do you support state police?
State policing, whether anyone likes it or yes, has come. It has come.
Thank you so much. Let's get the response from Mr. Abolarinwa. Will state police solve these killings that we see?
Already we have one form of state policing or the other in many parts of the country. It's just that it has not been signed into law. And I don't think that is going to solve the problem. I personally think Nigeria is not ripe for state policing. You can imagine what is happening now in Ekiti. If Ekiti state governor should have his own personal, his own state policing that is paying, that are loyal to him, you can imagine what is going to happen if they have to be pitched against the federal police and the kind of anarchy that we're going to have. So we may be heading towards there, but we're not yet ripe or mature enough for it, and our democracy is not yet ripe or mature enough for state policing. But let's see what the state have to say. On the earlier question on the comment of Mr. President saying that he's being blackmailed, I want to appeal to Mr. President that to be blackmailed is better than to be dead. Some people are dying as a result of all this saga, and it is not time for you to cry to be saying that you are a victim of blackmail or not when people are dying. This problem needs to be solved.
Even though the president has got the legitimate right to air his concerns, if the politicians he believes are blackmailing him, he can say that to the Nigerian people so they understand where the president is also coming from. But I'd like to thank you so much indeed, Tunbosun Abolarinwa. He's a security expert, for talking to us from our Abuja studios, and also Captain Aliu Umar, retired, a security expert as well, for sharing your very valid thoughts with me on State of the Nation at any time. Thank you so much indeed, gentlemen. And to you as well for being a part of the show. Appreciate your time. I am Gimba Umar, and this is State of the Nation.